I remember the last time I fasted, and my experience was that I remember feeling heat exuding from my body, like so much so that when I would just walk, I can feel myself leaving a trail of heat. And if we think about what heat is pretty much a byproduct of radiation, you know. Um, but, not to jump so far ahead of myself, just with that being said, that when you're burning, your body is burning fat because it's searching to pull energy. And believe it or not, the fat in your body is energy. So your body is, going into a state of shock, looking for any fat that it can find so it can use it for energy. This would explain the sensation of leaving a heat trail as I walk. And not always like to use examples that I've experienced in my life. Like, I remember I used to work with chainsaws a lot at a job that I had uh, in the past. And I remember that when the chainsaw would get low on fuel, it would actually start to spin faster. It would start to spin faster because it was now burning off of the fumes of the fuel more so than the fuel itself, and the fumes of the fuel were lighter, so it was actually performing better. And I'm saying that to say that fasting is necessary because it is making your body become more efficient. Also, when you fast, you you exclude, or you exfoliate toxins from your body, because as it's burning the fat, it's also burning and exfoliating these toxins out of your body. This is the reason why you get cranky mood swings. You get irritable. This is just a side effect of your body getting rid of the toxins that live there. So fasting is very necessary on the physical aspect, but it also has spiritual implications as well. So if you want to think about our ancestors and primitive man, in the beginning, when we had to search for food and we had to hunt at times for certain food at some point, you have to understand that the fact of survival and being hungry was a natural form of fasting. So from the point of being hungry until you actually found food, harvested food, or hunted for food, this was a ritual of fasting. But in the process of this ritual, there was a ceremony, so to speak, of having to go out and find the food. And in this process, you would have to be agile. You would have to climb a tree. This whole ritual of fasting made you do things out of the necessity of survival. You had to climb a tree and be agile and be strong, overcome weakness. Your eyesight became stronger and sharper because you may have to wait in the brush for an animal to hunt. Your hearing became sharper because you would have to listen for the hunt of food to survive. You would have to use your senses of smell to find food, sweet fruits and vegetables. So your senses of smell was heightened. Taste, touch, and the whole gambit. This all came from going through the process of fasting, the natural process of fasting. Even just picking berries or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? You have to be agile. You have to be able to climb and do all kind of acrobatic and athletic types of feats. So I think when you fast, these primal instincts start to rise out of one's being. You know what I mean? So there's that, and do with that information as you will. You know what I mean? So yeah, sex could probably be better when you fast. Sidebar. Just a sidebar. You know what I mean? And yo, so anyways, getting off of that. But the spiritual aspect of fasting, you know what I'm saying, is that you got to understand that everything has a correspondence. You put something in, you get something out. You make room for things, then you receive things. The bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the payoff, or the bigger the reward is. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to deprive the body of something so natural as eating, you know what I mean? That is a sacrifice. And the way that the spirit world works is, if you the greater the sacrifice, the bigger the payoff. So food is pretty important. I don't know if someone told you guys or not, but food's pretty important. Eating is kind of helps you live. You know what I'm saying? So when you take that away, you're setting a precedence of discipline. And if you've ever been self-disciplined or been into any type of disciplinary training, martial arts, anything, sports, anything like that, you'll know that you have a payoff. So if you play sports and you're in training, you go to practice, go to football practice every day, what happens? The trade-off is the sacrifice is going to practice every day. Your time, your energy, your focus. What is the end result? You become stronger, faster, better, a better athlete. So you gave up something as a sacrifice, and your reward was becoming bigger, faster, stronger. So there's a tangible example of the trade-off from the spiritual world to the physical world. So when you sacrifice something like food, this is the perfect time to manifest things or do a lot of spiritual work. This is why fasting is so important. A lot of people don't talk about the importance spiritually of fasting. And this is just, me sharing what I've came across when I fasted. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that I would just share it with y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? When you're ready to do that spiritual work, you need something done, you need help to get ahead, in a situation. Life is throwing you a curveball. Fast. Do something different. Don't keep doing the same things in life and expect to get some type of different results. You have to switch stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's kind of like working with your altar. You know what I'm saying? You got to move your things around on your altar, and then things in your life will change. Same thing with fasting. You know what I'm saying? Switch up how you eat, what you're eating. You know what I'm saying? Just throw. If life throws you a curveball, grab that ball, throw it right back at that bitch, like bam. You know what I'm saying? It's just real shit. Just switch it up, man. You know what I'm saying? And continue on doing the spiritual work. And with that being said, I'm out.